Well, folks, now that we have gotten greasy as hell, good morning, folks, and happy Thursday. Oh, we are running behind this morning. We freaking stayed up entirely too late last night trying to catch some dubs. We never caught the dubs, but we were persistent in trying. I will say, though, that new season of Fortnite, it's kind of fun. It's pretty cool to run around with a lightsaber and a freaking blaster, just pew 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 pew, shoo shoo. It's a lot of fun, but we stayed up entirely too late. So, well, you know what that means. We drug ass this morning, and now we're running late. So, let's head across the state of Georgia to go get better today than we were yesterday. We may miss this run, we may not, depending on traffic. Let's hope not, but I guess we'll see once we head out of the house, or head out of the driveway, to go battle this land traffic. So I guess let's let the journey commence, folks. Well, dang, this is the first time, and I don't know how long we didn't make it in enough time to knock out a run before we go get better today than we were yesterday. But it is all good, folks. We did at least make it on time for practice, so we can get better today than we were yesterday. But I think we're gonna have to end up cutting some weight today. So we're definitely not going to skip the run completely. We're going to get our run in today, but I think we're going to have to cut a little bit of weight today so that tomorrow's not as hard of a weight cut. But with that being said, I'm probably going to have to skip the second part of the day anyways. That was kind of the plan. My weight's looking good. I may go to the first portion. Heck, even if my weight's looking bad, I may go to the first portion, just depending on how my body feels after practice. Because of course, we are competing on Saturday, and it's not a small bracket, it's a pretty freaking big bracket. So I don't want to go in there fatigued, you know what I mean? So we may take the rest of the afternoon off so that we have a little bit more recovery in for the weight cut, because I can't lie, I'm sore as shit today. So I don't want to go into a weight cut super depleted already. So, and I also don't want to go into the tournament super depleted. I mean, not that I'm worried about making it through 32 people being sore. It's just, and not thinking that I don't have the cardio to do it or the endurance to do it. But, you know, you do have to take care of your body a little bit. And that's a pretty big bracket, and you know, rhabdo is a real thing. Your heart rate you'll be redlining yourself repetitively, so you don't want to cause any health complications because of it. And we did just redline our body to the max like 2 weeks ago, and we have yet to like slow down. We're going right into the next one. Why not? So we didn't take any damage. But yeah, we may be taking off the second half of the afternoon. We may go to the first half of the second half of the afternoon, but we will see. Either way, we're still going to knock out this run at some point today. Definitely considering we have to cut some weight. So we might as well start with a run and then go hop in the sauna. So I guess let's get in here and get better today than we were yesterday, folks. Get that final push in before the tourney. Well, folks, that was a great day of getting better today than we were yesterday, even though we didn't get here early enough to knock us out a little warm-up, a nice little run before we go to get better today than we were yesterday. It was still a great day of getting better today than we were yesterday, and to put a cherry on top of it all, our weight was all right by the end of it. I'm pretty hungry right now, but our weight was still nice. But I think what we're going to end up doing, instead of coming back out or staying up here taking us a nap in the car and then coming back to get better today than we were yesterday yet again. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to focus on the weight cut. We're going to focus on recovery so that on Saturday we can give it all we've got. And of course, so the weight cut doesn't drain us too much. It's not some crazy weight cut. It's not like we're cutting like 15, 20 pounds. But it is about 5 to 10 pounds. So I guess what we should do is head home, take us a big fat nap, then wake up, knock us out a run, and then go sit in the sauna for 20, 30, 40 minutes, you know. Not at one time. We do like 10-minute intervals because they say that you're not supposed to really sit in the sauna over 8 minutes, because if you do, you end up like cooking your body from the inside out. So we don't want that to happen. So we do like 10-minute intervals, not to mention it gives us a chance to breathe a little bit, and then we get back in and do it again. So I guess let's hit the road. Let's get home as quick as we can. Let's eat us a little bit of lunch, and then let's go knock out our run, folks. Well, shit, folks, that was a ride and a half, but we did make it home. So let's get our butts inside, take us a big fat freaking nap, then wake up, knock us out a nice little run, get us a nice sauna sit in, and then probably call it a night, folks. Get some good recovery in. Well, folks, we are back up and headed out to the door to go knock out this run, and then to cut a little bit of weight so that we can eat some dinner tonight. And I can't lie, folks, maybe it was a good idea to take off this afternoon, because after that nap, I'm freaking sore, folks. Sore as it can be. But we still got some cardio we need to knock out, and we still got a little bit of weight that we need to sweat off. So I guess we can be sore in a little bit. Alrighty, folks, we have made it to the freaking gym to knock out our cardio, and then to run over to the sauna and sit there until we are low enough to where we can eat some dinner, folks. So let's get in here and knock out this freaking cardio, and then, of course, get our sweat on. Well, I thought we were running light and gracious, but I guess not. The treadmill ended up shutting off on me, and I have no idea what happened. I kept trying to press the button to get it started again. It wasn't starting, so I took that as a sign to hop on off and head to the sauna to go knock the sweat out. I mean, we got a pretty good sweat form, so I guess let's go keep it flowing, folks. Alrighty, sauna sit complete, and once we can finally stop freaking leaking, we'll change out and get our butts freaking out of here, folks. Well, folks, now that we have gotten greasy as hell, let's get our butts home and clean up, grub down. I think we're gonna eat a little bit of soup tonight because, well, it's a liquid, so it'll come back out of my body pretty easily. It's fairly satiating, nutritional, so I can still recover. So I think we're gonna eat a little bit of soup. We got most of our weight cutting done today. We just have to cut a few pounds tomorrow. And then we go weigh in, we eat, we hydrate, and then we go freaking smash to the 32, 35. I don't know, I need to check it again. I'll tell y'all here in a second. I rechecked it. It's 35, man. So then we go sleep, we eat, we recover, we hydrate, we sleep, and then we wake up and we go run through this 35-man bracket. But we can't do any of that until we get home and shower first, folks. So let's get home and shower. Alrighty, folks, we have made it home. Let's get our butts inside and clean up and grub down and probably catch a dub or two. Well, now that we are clean, let's go grub down because I'm freaking starving, folks. Well, folks, now that we have gotten our bellies nice and full, well, I wouldn't really say full, we are satiated. We are satisfied. So now that we have gotten our bellies nice and satisfied, I guess we can call it a night. That was a nice, I guess you could call it a final push before the open this weekend. And I'm feeling pretty good. It's a nice, easy weight cut. I wouldn't really say it's an easy weight cut. It's a easier weight cut. No weight cut is really easy because then you gotta like watch what you eat to the T. You gotta restrict your water intake. You gotta like sweat more than what you would want to normally sweat. You gotta push yourself a little bit harder. It's a challenge. Any weight cut's a challenge. But that's kind of the thing that like has always driven me to combat sports is the challenge. Like, we have a 35-man bracket this weekend. We haven't had that big of a bracket since college. Shoot, maybe even high school. So I'm pretty freaking stoked, folks. Like, that's a challenge. That's going to be a hard day. And that's what always has driven me to combat sports. Can I get through a 35-man bracket? Can I restrict my water intake? Can I watch my diet to a T? Can I make weight? Can I? Can I? And then eventually all those can I's turn into I can. I can do this. I can do that. And I just feel like that correlates so much in life. Like, you start realizing, oh, I can. And that'll carry over to literally anything in life. Anything. I just feel like combat sports are the biggest builder of confidence out of anything in the world, because it shows you can. As long as you're willing to put in that work, you can. I mean, that's just how I've always seen it. That's what I've always gotten out of it, is it really does. It's like the one thing in the world where, like, you can really say, through hard work and dedication, you can. It's one of those sports, like we were talking about yesterday, that you get as much as you put out. You know what I mean? As much as you're putting into it is as much as you're going to get out of it. If you're putting in the work of a champion, you're going to be a champion. If you're not, then you're not. That's just how combat sports work. That's the wonderful thing about it. So, folks, you can. But I am going to go inside, and I'm going to catch some dubs. I guess JB and I, and most likely the homies. So I hope to see y'all there. And good night, folks. BillyGoat freaking loves you. And don't forget, you can, folks.